Okay, in this video, we're talking about keeping skinny. And I wish the type of video that I could make is kind of like, how to get motherfucking jacked, motherfucker. But, you know, we're nowhere near there. So what I can tell you, what I think I'm an authority on is keeping skinny. I've been skinny all my life. It's the kind of like skinniness shape I'm in now or whatever. So I think I can talk about that. So I'm going to give you some strategies that I use, not some crap you read in some crappy blog written for 45-year-old women, or something you read on some typical book. These are strategies that I personally use, right? Okay, so here we go. Ready? Number one, I have a really strong why. Okay, I have a really strong reason for wanting to be skinny, because being skinny, like the work that it requires, is like it's like less fun. You eat less good tasting foods. You have to worry about it and think about it. Like it's a downer, really. Like to do it, it's a bit of a downer. So if you don't have a strong why, you're not going to be motivated to overcome that part of doing it, right? So for me, just in whatever order they come to my head, like I know that like the immediate benefits of being skinny are like, you're going to be more physically attractive. You're going to have more energy. You're going to be able to like do more physical activity. You're going to like just feel better about yourself, like have better self-esteem. Like there's things around that kind of realm, right? You have more energy to do your work and stuff like that. And then there's another level that I look at, and it's like, well, what if I let myself go and became skinny? And like, then I have this like long-term vision of what I want to accomplish in life. Some might call that passion or purpose or whatever. We won't go into what that is in this video, but like, I'm kind of like, if I accidentally got like a little bit fat and maybe that's snowballed and I became like really overweight and out of shape, that would like destroy my ability to achieve what I want to in life. So being skinny to me is super, super important. Now your reasons might not be the same, but just have a think about it. Why is being skinny super important to you, and get it super clear in your head, so that you know why you're doing, this like, kind of work, right? Okay, 2, we're getting more practical now, right? There are certain foods that I avoid, okay? There are certain foods that I think are just like, those are the shit foods, okay? Pasta is the number one food that I avoid. I still eat pasta, right? I still eat pasta, but I eat it very infrequently. I think pasta is pretty much the most deceptive, like stealthy, hey, I'll secretly get you fat food out there, okay? It's like, something about it is it's a weird carb. Like you look at rice, you look at pasta, and you're like, they're both carbs, right? But rice, afterwards you feel okay. Pasta, you're like, whoa. That's doing something, okay? It's doing something to your body. I don't think pasta is a good one. The other things I avoid are like foods that are like fun to, like sweet and tasty and junk food, but they're like the shitty junk food. Like I don't eat fucking like lollies or like just candy, like sugary candy. I reckon that's shit. It's like you get all the fucking bad shit, but it's just, doesn't even taste that nice, right? Like when I eat junk food, I like to eat like premium quality junk food in a way. Like I'll just stick to chocolate, like the really nice chocolate that I like. Or I'll eat like Häagen-Dazs ice cream, right? So I totally eat junk food, but like I just don't eat the shittiest type of junk food. It's like, fucking Pringles, yeah, whoop-de-doo, Pringles, right? Lame junk food, like just choose your favorite junk food that does the most for you and that you just love eating, and just like stick to that, and the other stuff just like slowly get rid of it, right? For me, it's just like chocolate, caramel, and ice cream. That's pretty much what I stick to, and anything else is kind of like, not worth it, right? Other foods that I avoid, like I try to avoid these days like pastries, right? I'll still eat them, but I think pastries are pretty bad. Like they're chock full of bad oils, they're full of sugar, and you're just getting like a bang hit of it at a time, and afterwards you're like that, right? The other thing I avoid is a lot of salt. There's a lot of, these days there's a lot of debate where like whether more salt is actually okay for you, like it's not that unhealthy, but I do know one thing: the more salt you eat, the more water your body is going to retain, right? So the more salt you eat, the more like water thickness you're going to have in your body, right? And less likely to be skinny, okay? All right, so 3, logically desire fruits and vegetables. I don't think fruits and vegetables are fucking nice. Fruits and vegetables are fucking boring, man. They're so fucking boring. Like, I never want to eat them. I'm like, oh, I want to go to the fucking fridge and get a fucking apple. Yeah, whoop-de-doo. I never feel like that. I think fruits and vegetables are so boring. I don't want to eat them at all. But I logically desire them. I'm like, I have to fucking eat them. I have to eat fruits and vegetables. Like, if I'm out at a restaurant and I see, oh, you can get a side of vegetables, I'll be like, get the vegetables. Broccoli. I don't like this. But you have to be like, I need to eat this, right? And it's not just that you're getting the nutrients of the vegetables, but you're also, you know, it's taking the place of some other bad food that you might normally eat, right? So I go out of my way to make sure that I eat fruits and vegetables, even though they're kind of like, ugh, in my opinion, right? Okay, this fourth one is really good. You might have heard it before. What I buy, I eat, right? If I buy it, it's going to go in my kitchen, it's going to go in my fridge, in my pantry, whatever, on the shelves. It will be eaten. I bought a box of Oreos a few weeks ago. What do you think happened to that box of Oreos? I fucking ate it, right? It was just because I had this little fucking desire to have like something, and there wasn't a small box, and I was like, oh, I'll just get the big box, whatever, you know, whatever. Obviously, I ate the whole box really quickly. Same with any fucking junk food. If it's in there, I will fucking demolish it. I will demolish it. Like, put a jar of Nutella in there, I will scoop Nutella out of that jar and just like, yeah, no big deal. Yeah, it's just a bit of Nutella, right? If it's in there, I'll eat it. I don't have like this amazing willpower that stops me from like eating bad junk food or anything like that. I just know that what I buy, I eat. So when I go to the shop, generally, I fill my trolley with nutritious stuff that it can't cause me to become fat at all, right? Just like skinny food, okay? And that's what's in there, and that's what I'm gonna eat, okay? So you might even want to take a moment now and just go through your house and be like, junk food gone. And next time you're at the shopping center, only buy the good food because that's what you're gonna eat, okay? 5, how do I do exercise, right? So absolutely, I do exercise, right? I do. Number one principle with exercise is adherence, right? Like, exercise, to be successful at it and to use it as a tool to keep skinny, you need to adhere to it. What I do is the elliptical. The elliptical is like all soft on your joints and that, right? You don't have like any thud of your knees coming down or anything like that. It's very easy, right? You burn calories just the same as any other thing, but it's freaking easy, okay? So that's what I do. I do the elliptical, that's for cardio, and I also do weights. And I have strategies that I do in weights to stop me from getting injured or anything like that. I keep it like in the realm that I can adhere to, stuff that I like doing, so, right, whatever. So that burns a lot of calories, and I can keep doing it, right? Adherence. If you're thinking about an exercise regime, adherence. That's what you have to keep in mind, right? 6, I feel the amount of calories, right? So I've got a pretty good feel, like an intuition. Maybe I did it logically at first with mathematics and stuff, but now I have like a intuition for how many kind of calories I'm consuming in a day. I'm not like, I think I've consumed about 1900. I'm not like that. I'm kind of like on a scale. Like, have I consumed about the amount I should eat, or about, you know, a little less, or like a little more? Am I overboard today? I've got a feel for that, and I'm always thinking about that. Like, how have I been doing the past few days? What's going on here? Where am I at? How much more can I afford? So to get there, if you're like, well, how the fuck do I do that? I guess it's to start like doing research and looking up foods and understanding how many calories are in each, really. And, you know, check in with your body. Like, okay, by my calculations, I've had this many calories today. How do I feel in my body? Okay, so that's what it feels like to have eaten that amount of calories. You know, just things like that. So you develop this just natural instinct for too much, the right amount, not enough, I need more, okay? 7, I'd be hungry, okay? To keep skinny, sometimes you're hungry, right? Like, I've heard people complain like, oh, it makes me hungry. It's like, yeah, it makes you hungry, right? I told you at the beginning, like, that you need a strong why, because it's not fun, right, to eat the kind of diet that keeps you skinny all the time. Like, it'd be way better to fucking gouge on cheesecake and shit. But like, you have to actually be hungry. Now, you've got to be hungry in the right way. I used to have a housekeeper in Spain who, she would come in, she's about 26, and she was overweight, and she would not eat at all, right? And I knew that she was like starving herself and like, I'm not going to eat today or something like that until I really need to. But that's not a good strategy, right? You keep a mild hunger, just a mild hunger. You just eat a little less than you need all the time, right? You just don't go overboard into like, I'm completely satisfied. You're like, okay, I'll eat that, and I'll be just a little bit hungry. And it's not like I'm walking around like that all the time, by the way. This is just sometimes, like it's like a retaliation to if I overeat or something like that. I'm like, oh, okay, ate a little bad. Now I'm gonna be hungry for a while, okay? And I beat myself up when I don't eat well, right? Like I'm like, oh, this is not good. Like I went to New York recently, and you know, like I was just living in a hotel room, and I didn't have good control over what I was eating, over my diet, over the specific foods, right? So where am I going? I'm going to cafes, I'm going to restaurants, and a whole bunch of pastries and just meals that are subpar on the health scheme, right? Not enough fruit, not enough vegetables, all that kind of stuff, right? You know, Five Guys burgers and Shake Shack or whatever sometimes. So after that, I'm like, this is not good. This is terrible. This is really, really bad. This is a terrible performance. Like, get your act together, Matt. Okay? Like, I am not like, just like, it's cool. No worries, Matt. Don't worry. You can do whatever. I'm like, oh, bad performance. Let's fix this. Okay? So, look, I went through 8 strategies. I hope that you can use some of them because, well, you know why? You got a strong why, right? So take them, use them. I hope it helped. Good luck.